Have you ever looked at your own makeup collection and be like, this is getting a bit out of hand? Yeah, that was me late last year, and I've decided, as you see from the title itself, I'm putting myself on a makeup Lowbuy, kind of like makeup jail a little bit, because as a self-proclaimed like shopaholic, I've quickly come to realize that my habits have become the consequences of my own actions. I recently posted a video talking about my room, showcasing how small it is and how I store all of my makeup, and how I've been feeling very, very frustrated with how cluttered everything is, because I live in this bedroom over here. It's small, and you guys can know that I do beauty content creation, and it's a lot of beauty products. So yeah, it's getting to me, because sometimes I realize when like I'm surrounded by things so much, I get very irritated and overwhelmed. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear like the fan and the noise outside my window, because the aircon is spoiled for me. So I've been living my days without aircon, and I am very deprived of it. I'm sweating my butt out. I feel like everything around me environmentally is either getting to me, making me feel uninspired, or just super grouchy in a sense. I also kind of wanted to take the chance to review the Asian beauty products that I have already bought, but I have never gotten around to doing a dedicated review video on it. There's like a ton of them. For example, you know, like the Wake Make soft blurring eyeshadow palette. I think I have 2 of those. I did one about the blue core blurring one, but I never did a video about the lively blurring lively blurring number 2. So yeah, that was something like on my list to do. I wanted to do a video about like the viral, you know, potted lip products from different brands. How are they different? All that kind of thing. I got one from Daisy, Wake Make, Fui, Holika. There's so many, and I didn't do any video about it. I also want to do reviews on products that I have yet to do a dedicated review video on. I probably have used them in my day-to-day life. Probably you've seen them in the description box where I list everything, which I will also do for this video as well. Everything on my face listed down below. But also, I just feel that I'm always buying the next new thing, because in K-beauty, it's like every week there's a new release. In my What's New in K-beauty, every month I can never fully cover what's coming out. There's just so many new products churning like left, right, center. And as a beauty content creator, as well as a consumer myself, I'm so overwhelmed, because this is the next new thing, next new trend. You gotta buy this, buy that. I'm like, oh my god, I want to try it all, but also I'm only one person. A very good example is this basic eyeshadow palette that I have over here. This one is in Violet Knit number 16. Very, very popular eyeshadow palette, very pretty, and I never did a dedicated, review about it at all on this channel. I'm just like, what a waste. And I've had this eyeshadow palette for about, I would say maybe coming to 2 years already. It's not my go-to palette, but I mean, I can see it's still pretty fresh. Guilty. And I think like doing a low buy like this will actually give me the chance to fully, not say fully, but at least use up the products that I already have and not consume so much makeup and spend so much on it. Whenever I have friends come over to my house and then they want to see my room, they want to see like, oh, where do you film? I want to see it in real life. And they step in, the first thing they see is actually my perfume shelf, and they'll be like, oh my god, Crystal, this is so much perfume. And then they start to like explore a little bit more and all that. They'll be like, girl, this is too much makeup. This is like a Sephora. It's like the neighborhood Sephora here. I kid you not. I don't take that as an insult though. Trust me, to be called the Sephora of my neighborhood, ooh, low-key kind of proud, but also like, it's kind of like, I have a bit too much makeup, it's really almost like a store. And on top of that, I feel like I have a very, bad habit, kind of hoarding makeup, because I like to collect makeup and then hold on to it, because I realize that certain, like for example, eyeshadow palettes, it will remind me of like the past, especially like who bought this for me. Maybe it's like a family member, friend, and it brings certain memories back associated with the eyeshadow palette. Recently, I had the experience where I use a very old eyeshadow palette, right? I get eye styes very fast, very quickly. And you know what? It's not a pleasant thing to deal with because the eye styles usually, sometimes they last for me like 2-3 days if I'm lucky, but if not, sometimes it can last like a full week. And I don't want to risk like my eyes. I only have like these 2 eyeballs and that's it, and my eyesight is bad enough. I don't want to risk anything else. So nowadays I'm trying to be a little bit more, health conscious. Don't be so, gross and hold on to very nasty, crusty, dusty eyeshadow palette. Ooh, should I add this chunky pink glitter over here in this palette? Right over here, like in the part here. I love sparkly eyeshadows. You see, I don't get the chance to fully appreciate a product like this. If you watch my What's New in K-Beauty, you know my general consensus of like how K-Beauty, like colored cosmetics, a lot of the palettes, lip colors, they are ending up looking very, very similar to one another. It's a matter of which brand do you like choose to support, and like that's more or less it. So if you're on my beauty newsletter, yes, I have one. It's free. You should totally join. And that's why I dish out even more info and publish info that I don't really post online either. You probably would have heard about this Lowbuy goal of mine because I already sent it out like a month ago-ish almost, and I got quite a bit of responses from you guys as well. You guys telling me about your experience, with makeup, how you guys are feeling about it, how burnt out some of you guys are feeling as well. And I'm really glad to know that I'm not the only one feeling such about makeup, because I don't really want to have a bad relationship with makeup, because this whole process over here brings me so much calm, joy, and happiness. Like, this is peak true girlhood, because guys will never understand how it feels like to, just get ready. So it's a form of self-care as well, I feel, making yourself look good, look presentable. You're happy with how you look with and without makeup. With makeup, it's just like somewhat like a confidence booster, but also, you're just making yourself happy with putting on pretty sparkly eyeshadow. There are 2 main goals with this Lowbuy, and first one is just to use up the backup makeup, skincare that's just lying about from previous months and years. I have like mascaras from Japan, eyeliners from Thailand, and I think it's piling up a little bit. I have face masks lying around still from my Korea trip in 2023, and I think, I shouldn't be buying things when I already have certain products at home. 2 is to put that impulse buying habit, that expenditure money, we're going to take that money and put it into something else that could improve my life. For example, habits, quality of life. Maybe a good example is traveling. Traveling, I will get into a little bit because I do have something to share. But here's how we're going to do the Lowbuy for 2025. So this beauty Lowbuy will run from January to June of 2025. I'll explain why, okay? Why it's only 6 months. And there are 3 rules to this. Firstly, being every month, I'm allowed 3 beauty purchases. And you might be thinking, girl, 3 beauty purchases, isn't that still quite a lot? Yeah, kind of. But also for the fact that, 1, I'm a beauty content creator, so this is technically kind of like my second job. 3 beauty purchases, right? This includes both makeup and skincare, and also it does include repurchases. Yeah, that's how much makeup and skincare is lying about in my house. I really don't need any new toner, new cleanser. Maybe cleanser, yes, because I don't keep backups of cleanser, but things like serums, toners, what else? Eyeliner, mascara, those are the culprits that are just laying around in my house and occupying space. So yeah, I want to go through those. Second rule is that I am allowed to roll over any remaining number of beauty purchases that I didn't use up for the month onto the next month. So for example, if maybe in February, I only bought 1 beauty product and then I have 2 more allowance kind of thing, right? I can roll it over to March, so that 2 carry over to next month becomes 2 plus 3 is 5. math. So yeah, I'll be allowed to buy like 5 beauty items in the month of March because I still want to give myself the wiggle room to, you know, buy new makeup releases here and there whenever. And the third rule is that gifts and PR, they do not count towards the 3. And okay, I'll explain it a bit later, but there is one exception to all of these 3 rules, and it's that if I'm traveling overseas, I can break all of these rules. And the reason being is that I am traveling overseas. I already made travel plans during this period. And I think when I'm overseas traveling, I love to just buy local makeup, try out what their local brands have to offer, excuse me. And sometimes it's just very difficult to find their local makeup internationally. It's very difficult to get your hands on them. So if you're curious, I am going to Japan again in May this year. And I'm super excited. I'm going this time around with a bunch of girlfriends of mine. We are going to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. So previously I only been to Tokyo, and that was really an experience itself. I was like, I love Japan so much. I get why people go crazy for Japan, and I really had a good time there with my dad the last time. So this time around, I'm, you know, traveling a little bit more. It's a longer trip as well. I've already started to craft up like my itinerary, where I want to go, and one place that I definitely plan on going back is the at Cosme store at Harajuku. I nearly blacked out by the sheer amount of brands in there, but also it's so crowded. I remember going there on a Thursday, and it was just full to the brim. The queue was long. I spent like 20 minutes. Actually, it's not that bad, 20 minutes. 20 minutes just like queuing up, you know, wanting to pay for my stuff. Oh my god, and I was on the 2nd floor. Can you imagine the 1st floor? Oh my god. So yeah, that was an experience, and honestly, I thought there would be more of such big stores in Japan, but apparently not, because in that at Cosme store, right, there were a lot of brands that I have never ever seen before, and I could tell they were just local Japanese brands. And when I came back home here in Singapore, right, I tried to find these brands online, you know, wanting to buy them online. I couldn't. I think the only place that I could really find like J beauty stuff was like maybe like YESSTYLE internationally. So that was one. Oh my god, I'm going on a tangent right now. I yap way too much. I think it's okay to, you know, tweak these rules a little bit and make it feel achievable for yourself. Because in my case, sometimes when I look at these like no buys, low buys with very strict rules, I think to myself like, oh my god, can I actually pull that off? Can I actually execute it? I know it's supposed to be like a challenge, you're supposed to discipline yourself, but if it ends up with me feeling so uninspired with makeup, or just really like angsty relationship with makeup, I don't think I want to develop that kind of relationship. I don't want to spiral and just become like, oh my god, I hate this, why am I doing this stupid challenge? And then I don't do the challenge, and then because I don't do it and my brain is wired to feel bad that I didn't do well, maybe it's an Asian thing, I don't know, then I'll be disappointed in myself, and I like hate myself even more, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, it's like just a spiral, truly. So I feel that giving myself the leeway of, you know, 3 beauty products, and just giving myself the allowance to still appreciate and buy makeup products that I do love, then yeah, I think that's a healthy-ish amount in my capacity that I get to enjoy makeup for the next 6 months at least. And the reason why I'm doing only like 6 months and not a year is also because there's like 2 contributing factors. A year freaks me out. 2, it's like I don't really receive enough PR to say like go completely on a low buy and not feel the pinch of it, in a sense where I still want to create makeup beauty content, right? I don't think I have enough beauty products to last me that whole stretch of 1 year to not, you know, create anything new in a sense. And okay, let me be real and say that if I feel like I want my beauty content to perform well, I have to like talk about the latest new releases because everyone will talk about it, right? A lot of makeup content nowadays, I feel that it's always like, this is the new thing, it's the new thing. You gotta buy every single like new foundation, trying out every single blush at Sephora. You know, I think you've seen those videos as well. Girl, as much as I say that I'm the neighborhood Sephora, this neighborhood Sephora is like a little bit crusty dusty as well. Not the most updated thing, but everybody wants like the newest, latest lip tints, blushes, eyeshadow. I just want to take a moment to like slow down and like pause. Let's not get so over-consumed with all of the new latest things. Now, truth be told, when it comes to beauty gifts, PR, in the last 4 years that I've been like actively doing content creation for beauty, right? I would say that in a year, I will get less than 5 of such beauty gifts, PR kind of thing. And especially when it comes to PR, they are usually half the time gifted collaborations. Gifted collaborations is in the sense where the brands will kind of like send you a product. In exchange for sending you the product, they expect you to talk about the product or post about it. And honestly, I'm super duper picky about that. I'm gonna be real and say that the number of times I have received gifted collaboration emails in my inbox, you know, asking me to talk about, not this, okay, but like for example, talk about this product, $20, you know. By the way, gifted collaboration, if they send you the product, it's like a must. You're obliged to talk about it, and there's usually like a deadline to it. I'm like, girl, this is paid work. You are giving me deadlines and all that. This is a job. A job comes with deadlines, so pay me, all right? Pay me, but you don't want to, so it's like, nah, I'm good, thanks. So yeah, oh my god, that was a off tangent. Let me know if you want a video of me spilling the tea on that aspect of beauty creation-esque kind of thing. And so far we're done with the month of January. You'll be like, so Crystal, did you get anything? And my answer is yes, I did. I did mention it somewhere very, very briefly on this platform. And if you know what are the products I did get. Hint, hint, lives. So you guys can go and check that out. But if not, you're wondering, Crystal, just tell me now. I will in another video because I do want to do a dedicated review video for those products and also getting a better grasp on the products, the formula, and getting on to the nitty-gritty details, which you guys seem to love, I know. So give me some time, stay tuned for that, and also make sure you sign up for my beauty newsletter because that's where you'll really hear from me first. You'll get all the first-hand info from me, and I will see you guys in my next video, which you can check out over here.